Cage, I thought that your dish had a ton of potential.
I don't know what potential means.
Well, it means that there were a lot of great things about your dish. You had a very large variety, and I liked the way you used both vegetables with the different cheeses, making sauces. For example, the ricotta cheese with the roasted peppers was delicious. Very good flavor. Do you think so, Jen?
Very, very good, very good. And I love the crunch and the combination and the color of the power salad.
Oh,
Thank
very
you
nice.
so much.
It was very nice. And the
Okay.
ricotta cheese and the roasted peppers were just very tasty. Just really a nice surprise because it looked like whipped cream and strawberries. And of course I knew it wasn't because it was an appetizer. And then it was the roasted peppers and the ricotta cheese, and it was so good. You're welcome.
All right.
Next up,
Chef Cameron.
They can criticize it too,
I'll
right?
be in the family room.
Yeah, if I were to criticize, if Chef
Cage, you're not done.
Cage, you're not done.
If I were to criticize Chef Cage's dish, I personally like variety. So I love it when chefs introduce salty, sweets, sour,
Don't let.
as many
Oh, I'm not
different palate-friendly flavors as possible. I think that your dish could have used a little bit more of something sweet on it. I'm trying to remember. Did you integrate the applesauce into your dish?
No, he didn't have apples.
So, for
No.
example, actually, but you did have the apples in your salad. I forgot about that. So
He had a little sweet.
you did have a little sweet there, which is nice. But over where your chicken sausage was concerned, you might have maybe a little of the applesauce would have been good to sweeten it up a little. Okay.
Okay.
Chef Cameron.
Thank you.
Chef Cameron, I definitely thought your dish had a lot of potential.
Bacon and sausage
Are you looking at me?
wrapped with cheese on top.
You can't talk.
She's doing this for the money,
So,
so
for
she can raise her
example-
ant farm.
There's money involved?
So, for example, I loved how warm your dish was. That was a nice. It was nice to have the warmth of the sausage. It was grilled very well, and integrating the brown sugar in with the saltiness of the bacon and the sausage, I thought was fabulous. And then I believe you put a little of the applesauce in with the brown sugar. A nice. I mean, you used your palate sensations very well. I really think the spark of the sugar with the salt is just fabulous, really. Now, if I were to critique this, I would say that the plate itself, looking at it, was not necessarily the prettiest plate I'd ever seen. I would have thought Janet, do you agree that maybe a little green, a little flash of,
A little
purple?
green, but I thought her presentation of the way she presented the sausage with the thin apple slices underneath.
Yes.
I thought it was a beautiful presentation.
That's true.
And you cut through all of that and you got the blend of the applesauce and the brown sugar with the sausage. The flavor was wonderful.
Okay, Chef Coco.
Mima, do you want to start?
Okay. Again, presentation was beautiful.
Oh, I
This
agree.
wonderful strip
The long
where
strip.
it was like a log of slices of sausage, the green olives stuffed with feta, I believe, blue cheese, and your roasted peppers. It was just a beautiful presentation. The only thing I think I might have liked is if the sausage had been warmer, and that could be because we didn't get to it because of the other applicants. But it was beautiful. The colors were great, the way they intermingled with the sausage and the roasted pepper.
I liked the.
and
I
the
really
cheese.
liked that you introduced the feta as well, though. The white sprinkled on top of that was very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. It was a pretty presentation. almost like snowflakes.
Or dandruff.
Or dandruff.
Okay, I guess we're ready for.
No.
Kai? Oh,
We
no.
have a little more. Mom,
Oh, we have a
keep,
little more?
keep talking.
Oh, keep talking.
No. So anyway, I personally, one of my biggest complaints would have been on your dish would also have been that I would have liked to have seen that chicken sausage cooked just a little bit, because I don't think it was cooked at all. So if it had been grilled up a little bit, warming it a little instead of having the really, really cold sausage on the plate.
Yeah, well, I thought that it was very hard to get
Start the cooker.
get the sausage onto the griller because there was many people taking up lots of space, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find the blender to mix the power salad and the lime juice. So time was probably my biggest problem.
Yeah. Well, I really think you did a fabulous job. Like I said, your presentation was gorgeous. Now, did you use apples or applesauce?
I did not, but
Okay.
I did use all the four ingredients that I
But so one other thing I would say that I think may have helped in your plate is you had the salt of the feta, the salt of the olives, the salt of the chicken sausage, just a little flash of maybe warmed up applesauce sprinkled on top
Mom
of that.
loves applesauce.
Would have added a little bit of the sweetness with all the salty, which could have brought out the
I just think
flavor.
the problem was the applesauce was too thick to actually just put on top of that small sausages, small thin sausage, and was very hard to place onto something.
But all in all,
All
I
right,
thought
Chef
it was
Kai.
a very nice dish.
Okay, let's
Very
move on.
nice dish.
Yeah, we got a show to do.
Chef Kai.
Right.
Chef Kai. Now, I saw in your plate a lot of circles.
Well, you see, I believe that with
Wait, I just begun. I haven't even said much. So I liked, considering the plate was a square, and then you had the roundness of the cut up chicken sausage, and then in a round circle with the round prosciutto,
that's what it's called.
Pancetta.
Pancetta.
pancetta, which was in a round circle, and you followed the round circle, which I thought was magnificent. You then made a dollop of the applesauce, and it fell beautifully into a round circle. Beautifully.
Uh-oh. No! Oh, wait, see whose dish she goes after. She's going after...
You then
Mine.
followed it up with your round bowl with the kale guacamole in the round bowl with the chips. Personally, I thought the shapes that were going on in your plate were unbelievable, magnificent. I would have loved to have seen a little bit of sweetness in that plate.
Applesauce. Oh.
There was the applesauce, but okay, Connor's finally sorry. I sent him the video of the birthday celebration. So the
Cage.
flavors to me were just a little lacking, if I had to be honest. I think you didn't integrate enough. It was very separate. So the sausage and the pancetta, and I would have loved to have seen you mix it somehow to have it all intertwined together.
Yeah.
Yuma.
I don't think I have much to add. I liked the fact that you did the separateness of first the chips and it was kale mole, which is a play on words, I understand. But what was nice about that, and I know it was already prepared, but it was still great, it was, the ingredients of avocado, which we all know is good for us, and kale, which is excellent. And you weren't really aware of the kale being there. It just had the great taste. And again, the presentation with the circles, that was very nice. It was good. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so
Oh,
Cameron.
if I may
All right.
Oh.
speak.
Yeah.
Cage, come here.
I,
Cage.
there was mistake made in the kitchen, which required me to restart my dish almost from the beginning. Besides the sausage, I apologize on my behalf, but I would like to question why my dish seemed to be the only one that actually tried to be an appetizer rather than an entree.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that like
Appetizer
we were doing the appetizer round and everybody else seemed to be making entrees.
Mine was.
That's all.
Shut up.
A
You
few
don't know what you're
cut-up
But
talking
I
about. Where are you even from?
appreciate the
Cage, did you think you made an appetizer?
Yes.
Okay, Coco. Did you
I
make
think so.
an appetizer?
Yeah, I think it was a little big, but it went into the.
Well, I think
appetizer.
Cameron's was almost enough for an entree. It's true.
I just have a good point with Cameron.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just the presentation and the taste
what do
were
you
so
think
good.
about
Kai, I think you had an obscene amount of kale moly.
yes. Well,
Okay, can you just
as
pick,
you know,
please?
it's
the judges don't want to pick. The judges don't. The judges.
You have to pick.
No, we're not.
What? No. Then I quit.
The host of the
I
show
go to
has
the next
allowed
round.
us not to
Dad,
pick.
I quit!
Coco.
You are all our children. We cannot
she's
pick.
going to chop me. You know
Why?
We gave you our
This isn't
critiques,
fun, then.
and you
Let's
should
leave
take
it
that
This is her
information
birthday
to,
celebration.
to feel good about yourself and to improve on your next round. But we
Exactly.
don't want to
Maybe
cut.
we'll cut at the end, but
Well-
I do not see any reason.
Maybe we'll